Rightio, very good morning. Good morning to you. Hope you're well. So, it's a bit of a funny old day, but we're still here. I hope you're well this morning. Let's crack on with some music. So, today is a bit cooler than yesterday. The sun, she's hiding away, but you're still here, thank you. Sometimes I sing, sometimes it's written down. Not today. Look forward to when I get a drummer I can turn to him. So yeah, right. So this morning I sent a message. The message was this: I need help. So I've asked for help. Good morning. So we've got 13 here and we've got 3 likes. So let's begin. The music part is done. So I'm going to have a quick check to see how many of you beautiful people are here today. Right. PT Hope, Harpooner. Hello. Let's go. Says wow. Yeah. Lots of wow on here. Lots of it. Jonathan, love the guitar. Yes, she is called Black Beauty. She is an Encore, and I think she's a Encore Vintage. It's called Black Beauty because the ivory and she's black. Slim is saying wow. So, to all of you who are new here, there's lots of new faces here. Yeah, there's some targets. Yeah, some targets to obtain. And one thing I'll say to you, all of you, yeah, if you want to go down the same route and create a channel, and there's pitfalls, yeah, there is slippery slope, but don't give up. Never ever give up. Good morning, Heavy Metal Footy. Good morning. Talaha 27. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I am. As discussed in the description, yeah, this journey that we're on is incredible. It truly is incredible. And this is how long term the journey is. From way back in 2011 all the way through beyond 2025 to probably 70 years of age. Now, I've already got the white hair, as you can see. Yeah. So I don't have to wait too long for that. What's the mission mentioned? Well, it's very simple. A set of scales. You put something on a set of scales, and one side goes down and the other side goes up. Would you agree? So, what we need to look at is this: balance the scales. So, how do you balance the scales? Memberships, yeah, and extra content, which is showing people lots of different things. Jason Morland, you are unhealthy. You don't look healthy. Well, that's the body, mate. The body is a bit broken. Very true. But here, where it matters, no. So try and keep chat clean, please. And the mission is 3K subscribers, 3K memberships. Yeah. Okay, that's a vague analogy of a mission. Yeah, it is a set of scales. You want to balance the set of scales and have as many subscribers as you do members. It's easy, really, when you think about it. Show your wife. My arms aren't that long. It's what do you call it? It's a sign of you getting old. Nobody can escape it, by the way. Nobody. But yeah. So we're in for the long term. We are in to keep doing video content as long as humanly possible. Yeah. And that means You getting music, you getting a football prediction, what I think is going to happen, and more. The one you're allowed. What? Do you know something? Yeah. There's always one. There's always one. Uh, Thank you, Sheen, Luigi. Thank you. Pink Floyd is my favorite band. I've seen Pink Floyd, and they were epic. And the only disappointment when I saw Pink Floyd years and years ago was Dave turned round and told us all, "See you the next time." Sadly, that was never to be. You're the one skipping over, says Eternal Nemesis. Skipping over, as in skipping over. I'm saying about the the memberships as well as reading chat at the same time. But yeah, to grow, we have targets, and we hit the targets, and then you lucky people, you get something. What time was your planning on? Eh? Do you like potatoes? Never tried that yet. Oh, we've got some really funny ones today. Honestly. So yes, um, this evening my brother is going to have a look at an issue and hopefully solve it. Ice Agent 007. Paul, my brother, I haven't seen you in 10 years. I've been here a long time. I seen Pink Floyd in 1994. Well, Roger and Dave they can't get on in the same room. It's a known fact. They dislike each other. Raw Dog, good morning. So yes, but I saw something this morning and I was like, well, where's Sid? Because if it wasn't for Sid Barrett, Pink Floyd wouldn't be Pink Floyd. But yeah, their music, phenomenal. Same as other giants. And that's what I try to do when I'm like playing on the guitar. I try to bring a little bit of this and a little bit of that. The one I'm working on at the moment, I need to find out where my fingers go on the fretboard, but it's a whole lot of love. It's like it's burned into my brain. It's just like need to find where my fingers go on the fretboard. Noah, hi bro, can you shout me out, please? So a shout out to Noah. Is that what kind of car is that, Noah, in your picture? What kind of car is it? So there are a lot of things available, as Raw Dog can tell you all, and that is we have super chat, super stickers, and super thanks, as well as the option for membership as well. I'm Jesse James. I'm retired Navy SEAL. That's a lot of service then. If you're retired, that is a lot of service. Respect. Agent Ice Agent 007. You know who? What? No. Um. Well, David Gilmour, as Jason is saying, is one of the greatest ever alive. But there are absolute wizards on guitar. Zachary, good morning. But yeah, what kid's gonna take over the laptop, and we're going to sort out Seeking You later. He's going to put his expertise into the problem. So yes, and also doing work this afternoon with Geordie Nation. Big Dog, do me a favour, retract your message. Yeah, retract it, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings here, every single one of us. So retract your message. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold chat. Right. 15 seconds, mate. 5. Right. Okay. Please don't put that stuff in the what do you call it? In my comments. No, it's not. Here you go. Can you explain your community post this morning? I was very, very confused. Well, look at it this way, right? The higher we rise in towards the targets, the better. I wasn't invited until 1500s. Huh? What? Am I from South Africa? No. I'm from Newcastle upon Tyne, northeast of England. Now, we've got 35 people here and we got 7 likes. Let's tinker with that one. What targets? 3,000 subscribers, 3,000 memberships. Solid target. Steve-O. You're right, Steve-O. You are spot on. Yeah. I think there are 18 rules I have to abide by. So if I have to abide by rules, as Steve-O says, you have to as well. So yeah. But what I'm looking at, I was looking at this morning, was this in me community post, yeah, which is on my YouTube homepage. What's on about there, right, is 2 things right at the top, and that is Binance, which is an exchange. Binance, and where Solana is right at this moment in history. Yeah. And where they're going to go. They're both going to be 1,000 each of them. It is going very slow, but there's 5 there. There's 5 people there, and we need to look at it. Motto's going to be happy with us. The YouTube content creators bootcamp manager. She's going to be happy, but we can do better. I know we can do better. And like I said in the post this morning, yeah, what you're getting is there's five channels including this. So there's another 4 channels with content going to be taken from one channel and put somewhere else. Yeah. From a small acorn grows a large tree. You are spot on, mate. Absolutely spot on. Why do I need 5 channels, Pond? Because people had said to me, and I've got to listen to, I have to listen to you. It's what YouTube wants me to do. Listen to you and interact with you. Like the music, yeah, at the beginning of a video, a live, like today, yeah, is learn, and that's the hard part, the learn, to chop it out of the video and then stick it to one side for a music channel. And the other parts as well, but like break it off, snap it off the end. So instead of instead of it being an hour 40, whatever the front bit is, or the middle bit, chop it out, stitch it back together, and then put it elsewhere. This is what the larger channels were seeing. And I don't know how to do that. But I know it's got to be done. Dazzle the Voice, morning. But that's what I've got to do, because at the end of the day, when we get to 3K, you've got to have a Phantom wallet to start with. Yeah, you got a Phantom wallet, brilliant. You're going to get 3K. And we get to 6K, you get 6K. Each one we burst through, whatever the value is, when we're level, yeah, like balanced subscribers and memberships, whatever that figure is, that's what goes out. And you just keep it for a year. Hopefully it goes up. And then you can do what you want with it. You can keep it, forget about it till that retirement date comes around. Or do what you want with it. But, you know, that's part of the remit. The Phantom wallet, and it'll come to you in 2 minutes, probably 2 minutes, depending on where you are in the world, but it is fast. Yeah. Now, what I was saying in that big post is this. Solana goes to where BNB coin is. That's Bravo, November, Bravo. Look at where it is now and look at where it could be. Yeah. We are part of the ecosystem. So likelihood is, because we're part of the ecosystem, it'll go straight up. Hold on a second. Colin from Bath. Has anyone received their that's wicked, man. That is wicked. But yeah. I like it, man. But yeah, this is because, like I say, I've said this in stacks of videos. 11% of the UK, 11% knows about what I'm talking about. They're fluent in it. The rest of us, yeah, it's catching up time. Hold on a second. Pons just said something there. What was you saying? Why does having 3K subs mean all of a sudden? It doesn't. I need both. Both are locked to one thing. Pond. 3K and 3K. So that in total is start figure of 6K, because there's two 3Ks. And when it gets to 6K, well, you can do the maths. Do you know what I mean? But each time we reach a target, we spin the wheel. And those on the wheel, one is going to benefit. And it's for you. It ain't for me. And that is a good way of adopting. So you put it in your little piggy bank, forget about it for a rainy day. When a rainy day comes round, you go, boom. Oh, it was that price. Now it's this price. Yeah. That, to me, that's why I was saying at the very beginning of where AK-47, a bit confused. It's straightforward. Follow the breadcrumbs. Yeah. If the price does what I anticipate it to do and claims, and you've kept, then that's yours. So let me go. Where we go? What is your map to change the current lack of membership? Well, the memberships, they have to wake up. Yeah. What I mean by that is this. You know the targets. Everybody in chat knows the targets. Yeah. And think of it this way. Where would you find the same content? Where would you find that? It's like a gold needle in a haystack. So that's an analogy for you. And that's a big word, but it's an analogy for you. I'm trying to follow them, mate. You don't understand how many hoops I have to do in my head. Why? You know the simplest thing, right? I used to say this to the bigger channels. I'm going to name one. Yeah. Paul Ditchburn. Ages and ages ago, he was doing a satirical like comedy. It's called The Four Horsemen, where four people absolutely ripped the biscuit out of each other. Some of it was comedy, and other bits, well, they were other bits, and they all went their separate ways. And when that happened, it was like, okay, we've got to follow him, got to follow him, got to follow him, got to follow him. They've gone on to success, way above 3K. But I said to them all when they went separate ways, first, second, third, fourth week, fifth week, the same thing. They were like thinking to themselves, are we going to be able to do this? Attract subscribers, attract like a community. And they've done it. Paul's done really well with Billy, with Sam, with Stato. But I remember the early days. And the early days is in Facebook pages, invest in us, must have products. Why? Because you're trying to promote something. AK-47, I'll get the message in a second. Paul, all this success depends on No, doesn't. It doesn't depend on it. No, it doesn't. Because what you got to look at is what's the bigger picture. The bigger picture is people likes of a lady called Kathy Woods, people at Galaxy, people at Pump, and there's two others. They are building treasuries. Let that sink in. Yeah. They are putting mega amounts of money into the Solana ecosystem to build a treasury because they're in for the long run. And like Kathy, yeah, Kathy Woods, she has hundreds of billions in her charge. Net Pond is saying 99 of people watching is going to set up a wallet and less than 1% will buy. Pond, he has the simplest explanation in history. Would you rather buy in to a project on the penny share scale or when that product gets to £1,000? Which? A or B? Vivian, there is a lot of people, Vivian, you are very correct, who won't understand. The reason why, for years and years and years, since what, 2011, those at the top, they don't want you to know. They don't want you to learn. Do you know why? Because if they hold the biggest bag, they're rich. You don't matter. But you do to me. You right, AK-47, yeah? You're talking about this, yeah? AK-47 zombies, yeah? You're saying, right, your exact words is, I don't think they will give you years to try. One calendar year. That's 12 months. And in 12 months, if it jumps, which I'm expecting to jump, then you have a bigger bit in your Phantom wallet than you did at the start. Why? Because you've waited. If, like me, when I buy stuff, I buy it and I put it in a safe place. Like I showed you the Newcastle United shares that who was it? The former owner, mandatory, because he owned every other share. It was mandatory. Couldn't do nothing about it, but he didn't get me shares, and I didn't take his money, and that's still in my possession right now. And the point is this, yeah, you buy in like pennies, or you buy in at thousands. Which is it? No, I haven't. I've never done that. No. So yes, let's go. Let's go and see where we are. But the one thing I'm going to say to you all is this, right? I never understood until I was looking at something the other day and I went, why is that saying that? So I pulled up Google on the laptop and I asked Google, what's this mean? And it turned around and says there was V1, V2, and V3. And then it said show more. So I clicked on the show more. And I was like, you have to be kidding me. But it's not. These memes, yeah, there's more to it. And because there's more to it, I was like, wow. Sing some Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath is one of my excuse me Soul P-A-U-A. Delete your second message for Black Sabbath. Delete it, retract it. You've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Chat's going nowhere. I don't mind you saying sing. You don't say any words to that effect. So retract it. 9 seconds. Right. My chat remains clean. Yeah? Clean. Heavy metal footy. You're very demanding. I was born Aries. Live with it. Pardon me. Frog in throat. I was born on the 12th day of April. Yeah. Like it or lump it. So yes. Now you all know. Yeah. And this next few days, we're going to have membership videos. Put that there a second. Stick you there. Sorry, I haven't got a servant to hold the phone. Not yet. Right. But yes. Bag my pudding. But yeah. We hit the targets that are set. We celebrate. We've got loads of stuff to celebrate. Loads. And YouTube's give you a wonderful new gift. It's called Hype Points. See, the Hype Points, which I've asked them to increase, says, please, YouTube, will you increase the Hype Points? That's because basically I get to 4 different people and I've got no points left. And it's like, how am I meant to do with other people? He wants servants with issues, says Jeffrey. Nah. It will happen. It will happen. You know, somebody to hold the camera, and oh yeah, weekend special stuff's happening the weekend. Right, I'm not even going to entertain that at all. So goodbye. I know heavy metal music contains a lot of profanities and stuff like that. Yeah, not in my chat. End of. Thoughts on there are certain. I'm going to say this to you, AK. Yeah, I'm going to say this to you, and it's simple. Okay, try and stop the sun tomorrow morning. Try and stop the sun rising. If you can stop the sun rising, you might be able to do something about your comment. If you can't, then there's your answer. Yeah, you know, I mean, pardon me. You've got to look at what you can change and what you can't change. Deary me. Really? Oh, man. So, yes. Lots of things to happen. Evolve. Keyword. Evolve. Oh, there you go, son. Push straight out the door. Then let the door hit you on the backside on the way out. Yeah, man. Painkillers time. Right. So yes, Kid takes over my computer today, and he talks to Lovable. They already know, and his software, their keyboard skills. Fingers crossed. He then rings me up and says, "Done." Here's a quick one for you. Yeah? Lovely quick one for you. Who remembers the film that starred a robot called Johnny Five? Who remembers it? Short Circuit was the film, yeah? But who remembers Johnny Five? That bag of crisps is huge. There's 30 in there. There's 30 bags in there, which should, fingers crossed, last a month. Oh, what short circuit a bit before your time? How do I eat 30 bags? Well, not all at once, Pond. The bags is like when I'm doing work on the computer, I open a bag, I nibble on it, bag's gone, get the next bag, carry on working on the computer. Ever watched? No, I haven't. So, yes. looking forward to seeing the membership numbers jump. What do I classify as work? Says Pond. Well, work is like where you are concentrating super hard for extended lengths of time to make sure that what you're trying to achieve is achieved. I thought I was fixing the website myself. No, I am telling Lovable what to do. And today, my brother's going to tell Lovable because he takes over my computer. What do I do as work? My body is knackered. What does that tell you, Pond? What does it tell you? Hmm? How spit it out. British people are so weird. It tells you nothing. Okay. So shoulders, shoulder there, shoulder there is knackered. Left knee is knackered, needs to be replaced. Hips, they're knackered. What is it? And that tells you nothing, Pond. Yeah? Are you sure that tells you nothing? Oh, we've got Adam. Work shy. Oh my lord. Oh. Not really, other than you didn't look after your body. If I don't look after my body, Pond, who does? Hmm? Who? If I don't look after what's happening here, who does? Hmm? So am I, heavy metal footy. So am I. It's the first target, and then we plough from the first target to the second target. Perhaps you haven't done enough in the past 10 years. Well, I'll look at it this way, right? What is YouTube? I mean, really, what is the core of YouTube? Hmm? Lazarus, I've had frozen shoulder, gout. Right. But it has not stopped me from going to work. There's all sorts of different works, though, Lazarus. There's all sorts of different kinds of work. You know, your terminology of what you just said there is yes, you do have debilitating conditions. Yeah, you do. Well, guess what? So do I. You know. But like I say, the stuff you get here, try and find that elsewhere. Go on, try and find it. You won't. Because you got to be brave to do stuff. And that's my point. What's Pond saying there? If these are all sorts of work that you can do with a damaged body, why haven't I worked? Pond, that makes about as much sense as it is trying to fill a cauldron with water. I mean, honestly, it does. Never mind. We try. We fall on our backside. We try again. Hello from Australia. Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Let's have a look. Do you know one thing, right? In 2006, yeah, I went to join a company. I was sitting in a boardroom, yeah, having an interview with all these other people, yeah, all around this board table. Big, big blooming table, solid wood. Nice, cozy chairs as well. And the guy turned around and he says to me this. He says, right, we're going through a week here. So you're going to be here every morning. And he says, come the last day, I'm going to tell you something. But I'm going to wait till you get there because some of you are going to drop out. And I was like, okay. Done everything, come the last day. He turns around and he says, right, you've done the theory. You now know more than when you started on the Monday morning at 9 o'clock. Yeah. He says, you keep that clean. You got a job for life. And that was it. That was his speech in a nutshell. Keep your nose clean, you've got a job for life. Now, when I started, I was on £6 something, which was the highest wage ever. And that went from 6 all the way to £11.44. It's higher right now today. It's higher. But that's where they've came from. And I wasn't allowed to carry on. Pond, I'll tell you what it is, right? I mean, like you said the other day, yeah? I want to see something from you, Pond. Yeah? I want to see your music. Yeah? You've seen my music, you've seen my songs, you've seen lyrics. Let's interact. Yeah? Now, one thing I'm going to say is this. Some days I'm going to have 7 p.m. And that's 7 p.m. If you're a member, you can watch. If you're not a member, sorry, you'll have to get a membership. Hold on, what's this? If I'm being brutally honest with you, so let's go back to your previous. I think Paul does not want to get a job, really. I think he would rather just sit there and talk to people on his chat as a job. Let me just tell you this, yeah? This weekend, I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere and I'm going live at that place. When I get there, you'll see what I'm looking at. There's no CGI or whatever. It's me, you, and where I am. And what I want to say to you is this, yeah? There's lots of different things I have planned. One of those is to do something very close by when the time's right. Because it's going to show you something you may not have ever seen before. And if it does what I'm hoping, then that should go viral. And yeah, so I'll keep that under wraps, but I've given you a little snippet. What you do with it, that's up to you. I can just do the stuff I'm doing. Right. I thank everybody for coming in. We have everything available where you type your message. Hit the $sign, it'll take you to a section where you can choose. It's your choice. So have a wonderful day, wherever you may be. What a way to dodge the subject, says Pond. I don't dodge, I tell. You know, people's people's on about things, and I've been transparent because here's why. I have an account in London. Yeah? My account in London is FCA. Capital FCA. Yeah? I have that account because what's on WX? I need their authority at the FCA, which is why I've got the number. But that's for a different live. And people who turn around and say about work, yeah, work is many forms. Bus driver sits on his backside 10 hours of the day. He sits on his backside, but he takes you home, he takes you to your friends, and he brings you home. So, yes, you can sit on your backside for long hours of the day. That is true. But what I want to do is get this thing fixed, get the other one sorted, and move forward. So 24 people get pulled into the office, they have an interview, and they come to work. That's what Seeking You's about. Nottingham going to work. So I will see you all later. Hope so. 7 p.m. And enjoy the rest of your day.